Why Paquito is the #1 EXP laner right now. Best build and combos 2026. What is up, Mlbb family? Welcome back to the channel. Look closely at your screen right now. If you blinked, you completely missed a full health hero getting erased from the map. No, that is not a Fed Saber. No, that is not an endgame Gusion. That right there is the undisputed king of the EXP lane, making an absolute mockery of the current meta. If you have been queuing up for ranked games recently and grinding your way through Mythic, you have probably noticed something frustrating. The EXP lane has felt like a playground for unkillable, sluggish sustained tanks that drag fights out for 10 hours. It gets boring, it gets repetitive, and it makes carrying from solo queue feel completely impossible. But Moonton finally said, enough is enough. They dropped a massive patch update that completely retuned the mechanics of our favorite agile boxer, Paquito. If you are still picking the same old passive heroes because you are scared of underperforming, it is time to shake that off. This season, Paquito is not just viable, he is an absolute monster. They adjusted his basic attack penalties and buffed his damage outputs, turning him into a terrifying flex pick that can effortlessly lane bully, secure objectives, and dive the enemy backline without breaking a sweat. In this video, I am not just going to show you a lucky gameplay highlight reel. We are doing a complete high-level breakdown. We are diving deep into the exact mathematical attributes of the ultimate custom assassin emblem setup that completely unlocks his early game kill pressure. We are analyzing the mandatory 3 core physical penetration items that allow you to shred through defensive items like paper. And finally, I am going to walk you frame by frame through a crazy high-rank match where we put this top global Paquito buff build to the absolute test. Before we dive into the secret mechanics, do me a quick favor. If you want to stop losing your hard-earned ranked stars to bad matchmaking and actually want to learn how to hard carry your solo games with elite macro and micro tips, hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Let's get into the deep dive. Alright, let's talk setup. If you are still running the fighter emblem on Paquito because you want that safe, comfortable spell vamp, I need you to step out of your comfort zone right now. We are playing Paquito as a lethal, high-mobility assassin in the EXP lane. To achieve that absolute one-shot potential, you absolutely must run the custom assassin emblem. Let's break down why the baseline attributes of this emblem are fundamentally superior for his kit. The assassin emblem grants you baseline adaptive penetration, high adaptive attack, and most importantly, a crucial boost to movement speed. Movement speed on Paquito is life. It determines how fast you can reposition between your skill casts, how easily you can dance outside the enemy's attack range, and how quickly you can rotate from the top lane down to the turtle fights to help your jungler. But the real magic happens when we customize our talent tiers. Tier 1, Rupture. First up, in the very first talent tier, we are locking in Rupture. Rupture provides a flat bonus of physical penetration right out of the gate at minute 0. In the early game, enemy squishies and opposing EXP laners have incredibly low base physical defense. By taking Rupture, you are effectively reducing their early game armor to near 0. This means every time you land a basic jab or a heavy left punch during the first wave trade, you are dealing almost true damage. It completely shifts the lane momentum in your favor before anyone has even bought their first Tier 2 item component. Tier 2, Master Assassin. Moving on to the second tier, we are slotting in Master Assassin. This talent is the secret weapon for solo queue EXP laners. Master Assassin increases your damage dealt by a significant percentage whenever there is only one enemy hero nearby. Think about how the EXP lane works. It is an isolated island. For the first 5 to 7 minutes of the game, you are locked in a continuous, intense 1 versus 1 duel against the enemy side laner. With Master Assassin active, every single skirmish, every bush ambush, and every minion wave contest rewards you with free, unconditional bonus damage just because your opponent is isolated. It forces the enemy lane to play scared, giving you total control over the lane tempo, and allowing you to freeze the lane at will. Tier 3, Lethal Ignition. Finally, for our core Tier 3 talent, we are running Lethal Ignition. This is where Paquito's multi-hit combo style completely breaks the game. Lethal Ignition dictates that dealing damage greater than a set percentage of an enemy's max HP 3 times within a short window will scorch the target for massive, scaling adaptive damage. Because Paquito relies entirely on rapid-fire skill chaining, hitting an enemy with a jab, and ultimate and another enhanced skill in less than a second. You will trigger lethal ignition instantly in every single engagement. The bonus burst damage from this talent acts as a final executioner's blow, securing kills on enemies who think they can barely flash away with a sliver of health remaining. Now that your emblem system is perfectly calibrated to maximize your raw penetration, let's talk about itemization. To transform Paquito into an unstoppable force, your build trajectory must focus on what I call the 3 Holy Grail core items. We are completely skipping early defensive items. We want pure, unadulterated physical lethality. Core build order: Blade of the Heptases, then Hunter Strike, then Malefic Roar. First, Blade of the Heptases. Your very first rushing item right after your basic boots is going to be Blade of the Heptases. This item is a massive power spike for 2 distinct reasons: raw stats and its unique passive, Ambush. Heptases gives you physical attack, a nice chunk of flat health to keep you from being too squishy during early ganks, and an extra dose of flat physical penetration. But its passive is what makes it mandatory. If you do not take or deal damage for 5 seconds, your next basic attack deals heavy bonus physical attack damage and applies an intense slow effect to the target. For Paquito, this completely changes your initiation phase. You can sit comfortably in an unscouted bush, wait for the enemy to step up to clear minions, hit them with a Heptases-infused basic attack to slow them to a crawl, and then easily unload your entire skill rotation without them being able to walk away. Second, Hunter Strike. Once Heptases is complete, you immediately transition into Hunter Strike. Hunter Strike is arguably the most efficient item in the entire game for physical skill casters. It provides a massive flat physical attack stat and a crucial 10% cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction is essential because the more often your skills are available, the faster you can build up your champ stance passive stacks. Even better is its passive, Halberd. Attacking an enemy hero or a jungle creep 5 times in rapid succession grants you an insane, instantaneous 60% movement speed burst that decays over a few seconds. Paquito triggers this passive almost instantly with a single combo. The sudden burst of speed allows you to smoothly dive into a chaotic teamfight, execute a priority target, and then effortlessly sprint away to safety before the enemy team can lock you down with crowd control. Third, Malefic Roar. As the match heads into the mid to late game transitions, the enemy team will start panicking and building heavy physical defense items like Antique Cuirass or Dominance Ice. That is exactly when you drop the hammer and purchase your third core item, Malefic Roar. Flat penetration from your emblem and your early items is great against squishy targets, but Malefic Roar scales dynamically. Its passive grants you a massive percentage of physical penetration that scales higher based on how much physical defense the enemy target has. With Malefic Roar in your inventory, it does not matter if the enemy tank has over 200 physical armor. Your skills will bypass their defenses, turning their expensive defensive items into completely useless stats. This 3-item core ensures your damage remains lethal from the first minute all the way to the late game base sieges. Look at the enemy marksman and mage sitting comfortably in the back row, thinking they are completely safe. I use Paquito's enhanced jab to close the distance instantly. The moment I hit the target, Hunter Strike's passive kicks in, giving me that massive 60% movement speed boost. I am dancing through the fight with total freedom. I drop a double enhanced knockout strike, locking down both priority targets simultaneously. The percentage physical penetration from Malefic Roar makes sure that even with their support trying to shield them, their health bars disappear instantly. And that, my friends, is exactly why Paquito is hands down the #1 EXP laner dominating the meta right now. When you combine the raw physical armor reduction of the custom assassin emblem with the sheer burst synergy of Blade of the Heptases, Hunter Strike, and Malefic Roar, you stop relying on your teammates to win games and start taking control of your own rank destiny. Go ahead and copy this exact setup into your build menus, take it into Classic to practice your muscle memory combos, and then take it into Ranked to start collecting your free stars. If you found this deep dive guide helpful and you want to see more high-level Mobile Legends content, hero guides, patch note breakdowns, and top global gameplay analysis just like this, please drop a huge like on the video. It really helps out with the algorithm. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, join our growing gaming community, and drop a comment below letting me know what hero you want me to break down next season. Thank you so much for watching all the way through to the very end. Keep grinding, stay sharp out there on the battlefield, and I will catch you all in the very next video.